General Hospital spoilers for the week of April 21, 2025 are in. Fans can expect Jen Sidwell to meet with Alexis Davis. Willow Tate Corinthos faces another obstacle. Plus, Sonny Corinthos gets ready for his heart surgery. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the ABC soap opera. Next week, fans can expect Sidwell to go to Alexis and Diane Miller's law office. Sidwell isn't looking for an attorney or legal advice, though. The villain tells Alexis that it would be foolish to resign Marco Rio's job offer. Well, if this is supposed to make Alexis and Diane feel better about hiring Marco, it likely will have the opposite effect. Now it really looks like Marco was a plant attempt, at least in Alexis and Diane's eyes. Fans will also see Marco face Lucas Jones. During the confrontation, Lucas asks if Marco targeted him in Miami. It is also teased that Sonny will get ready for his heart surgery. Sonny waited until the last minute, and I think this will go against him during the surgery. The other thing is that Natalia Ramirez blabbed to Sidwell about Sonny's heart surgery. So, of course, Sidwell is going to strike at Sonny's most vulnerable moment. Expect to learn Sonny's fate from the surgery on Friday. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Willow turns to Jason Morgan for help midweek. If Willow is looking for peace, it doesn't sound like she gets it. Jason and Carly Spencer clash the very next day. However, it's not clear if that's from Willow's request, the romance with Jack Brennan, or something else. It is also teased that Willow faces an obstacle later in the week. Does this obstacle have anything to do with the legal documents she signed for Drew Kane? Maybe Drew gloats about it, leading to another battle. Later in the week, Willow is stunned by Drew's reaction to something. Maybe she's starting to see his true colors. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves plays dirty. Fans can also expect Sasha Gilmore Corbin to confess to Jason. Jordan Ashford insists on taking Sidwell's offer despite Isaiah Gahan's warning. Lucky Spencer gives Christina Corinthos Davis some tough love. Molly Lansing Davis warns Rick Lansing. Meanwhile, Cody Bell needs medical attention. Plus, Brooke Lynn Quartermain calls out Lulu Spencer. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers reveal Port Charles is a hotbed of bad blood, and Ava Jerome is public enemy number 1, with half the town itching to see her gone. Despite the in-universe hate, GH fans are fiercely loyal to this cunning queen, cheering her every move. Yet danger looms as Christina Corinthos Davis, Alexis Davis, and Sonny Corinthos all have reasons to want Ava silenced permanently. Could one of them finally take her out, spelling the end for this iconic vixen? Say it ain't so. The fans are on edge, praying Ava isn't headed for the chopping block. Ava is no stranger to making enemies, but her current rap sheet has Port Charles seething. From her shady maneuvers to her knack for stirring chaos, she has a target on her back. Christina's hatred runs deepest, having already tried to take Ava out by cutting Rick Lansing's brake lines in a botched attempt that injured others. Fans fear Christina might strike again, her rage unchecked. Ava is the ultimate survivor, but Christina can be pretty unhinged, so the gallerista might be in real danger. The town's disdain fuels the tension, but fans adore Ava's ruthless charm, rooting for her to outwit her foes. Alexis is another threat, her maternal instincts screaming to protect Christina. Spoilers hint she might consider killing Ava to stop her daughter from committing murder and to bury any evidence of Christina's brake-tampering scheme. Meanwhile, Sonny is no saint. His history of silencing problems could push him to take Ava out before she turns Christina in. Sonny and Alexis both know Ava's a loose end. Either could snap. Fans are torn, loving Ava's drama, but dreading a move that could end her reign. Would GH dare write off such a beloved character? Despite how hated she may be around town, GH fans are ride or die for Ava. praising her as the show's ultimate schemer. The thought of Christina, Alexis, or Sonny succeeding in a deadly plot has viewers in a panic. Ava is too iconic to lose, one fan ranted online. Kill her off and we riot. With so many guns aimed her way, Ava's survival hangs in the balance. They say that the one constant in life is change, and General Hospital, it would appear, is about to undergo a big one. A since-deleted social media post from Robert Adamson, who occasionally subbed for Chad Duell as Michael Corinthos, revealed that the search for a permanent recast is underway. Here's what we can expect. It's ironic that today of all days, the 15th anniversary of Duell's debut as Michael, a replacement is being sought for the Emmy winner. Whoever lands the part is surely in for a bumpy ride. Not only do viewers usually have a tough time accepting someone new in a familiar role, but it doesn't necessarily go any better behind the scenes. In fact, Maurice Benard has been pretty candid in the past about the hard time that he gave Duell when he took over from Drew Garrett. And the late Leslie Charleson has said that she didn't exactly get a warm welcome when Patsy Rahn was fired as Monica. At least, the new Michael will be getting a lot of meaty material. Since he was shipped away to recover from his burns, estranged wife Willow has made her lover, his uncle Drew, guardian of their children. Plus, Sasha, who is pregnant with Michael's child, has been getting ever closer to Jason, who is pretending to be the father, lest the Quartermaines get all possessive. As for Duell, he's been on his own journey, both physically and emotionally. Since leaving Port Charles, he's shed 20 albs, and feels like his mind is changing as well. You can read more about that here. In the meantime, check out the below photo gallery for a list of actors who could replace Duell as Michael. Elizabeth could turn to Rick if she can't forgive Lucky. General Hospital's Lucky and Elizabeth are in a good place. Is their reunion too good to be true? Rick is waiting for it to fail. Rick has always been in love with Elizabeth. They were once a happy couple and were married twice, but Rick was constantly screwing up. He once locked a pregnant Carly in a panic room with plans to steal her baby. Eventually, sweet Elizabeth wanted no part of his crimes and left him. Rick recently returned to Port Charles with lingering feelings for his ex, but she wasn't interested. Instead, she fell for her first love, Lucky, when he also returned home. When Rick realized there was no chance with Liz, he became involved with Ava. That doesn't mean he no longer has feelings for Elizabeth. He may be waiting for the right time, and that time may come soon. The car crash could be the beginning of the end for Lucky and Liz. Christina tried to kill Ava, but almost killed Elizabeth and Rick instead. Lucky knows the truth and is reluctantly keeping quiet to protect his friend. Secrets always come to light in Port Charles, and when this comes out, it could cause major damage, not just for Christina. Elizabeth could have died in that crash, and her boyfriend is protecting the person who caused the accident. She may not be so happy with him when she knows the truth. Lucky has failed her many times in the past, and keeping this secret may not be a good move on his part. She could dump him before their new relationship gets off the ground. Rick will be there to rescue a broken-hearted Elizabeth. She recently confided in friends that she could have feelings for him if he were a better person. Her anger at Lucky may have her fall back into Rick's arms. This would undoubtedly infuriate Ava, and who knows how she will react? Do you think Lucky's mistake will lead her to turn to Rick? Let us know in the comments section. Is Willow finally going to get some sense knocked into her? April 21 to 25 on General Hospital is going to center around Willow's woes, plus 2 life-changing surgeries. Here are 3 major moments to watch out for this week in Port Charles. Ever since essentially forgetting about Michael and gaining Drew vision, Willow has jumped at every excuse she can think of to defend her relationship with Drew. He's got her under his spell, convincing her to move herself and her kids into his new house, and now sign documents naming him their legal guardian if something were to happen to her. This week, things may finally catch up to her, however, when she sees Jason's help on Tuesday. What could she possibly need her boyfriend's twin brother/rival's help with? Does she suddenly regret her decision to name Drew her kid's guardian? Or will Drew do something else unfathomable that finally makes her question things? Whatever it is, by the end of the week, we're curious to see what roadblock it is that Willow is teased to hit. Since being diagnosed with a heart problem, Sonny has been putting off his open heart surgery, but the day will finally arrive on Thursday, and he'll have Carly by his side throughout the ordeal in Los Angeles. Unless a knowing Sidwell gets there first, Natalia did just rat Sonny out to his foe, so there's no telling what the crime alert has in store. Midweek, look for Kai to give Drew an update on the surgery to get him back in the game. Kai has been weighing his options and is leaning toward accepting Drew's offer, despite the clear reservations and warnings from Trina, Curtis, and Portia. Whether Kai takes the risk and agrees, or says no to the congressman who is only used to yeses, we're excited to see how it all plays out. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, April 21 to May 2. Christina Corinthos Davis will make a horrifying discovery while Cody Bell gets injured. Sonny Corinthos' prognosis will also be revealed, and Carly Spencer will blast Jason Morgan once he gets on her bad side. During the week of April 21 to 25, Jen Sidwell will put in a good word for Marco Rios at Alexis Davis law firm. Not that his opinion carries much weight with her. Once Sasha Gilmore Corbin comes clean to Jason about her $250,000 deal with Sidwell, she'll definitely face some backlash for that. As for Jordan Ashford, it doesn't look like she'll let Azada Gannon talk her out of their romantic split, even if it's just a temporary one due to this whole Sidwell situation. Next, Kai Taylor will have some important news for Drew Kane, so it sounds like he'll formally accept Drew's offer and get the ball rolling on the cutting-edge procedure. Carly will also go against an ally in the coming episodes, so it may be Nina Reeves who faces a betrayal. Speaking of betrayals, Carly will face one of her own when Jason tries to help Willow Corinthos. Willow will send out an SOS to Jason, but Carly will end up blasting her BFF later, perhaps for making another attempt at peace. While Tracy Quartermain makes an offer to someone, Lulu Spencer will have a family discussion with Dante Falconeri. There may be some concerns about Rocco Falconeri and the stress he's dealing with due to his grandparents, Sonny and Laura Collins. Brooklyn Quartermain will also deal with some alarm bells and will clash with Lulu later, so she may fear Lulu could go back on her word about telling Dante about his adopted son. As for Drew, he'll react to something Willow does and shock her in the process. Will Drew blow his top over Willow asking Jason for assistance? Regardless, Willow's going to face a setback of some sort and may struggle with second thoughts about the legal guardian agreement she signed. Back with Nina, she'll have no problem getting down in the mud. Nina's going to make a sneaky move, so we'll see if she fights back against Carly, gets rid of Drew's legal guardian papers, or does something else. Elsewhere, it sounds like Cody will get injured since he'll find himself in need of medical care. Will Molly Lansing Davis make sure Cody gets treatment at GH, or perhaps patch him up herself? In Los Angeles, Sonny will get ready for his surgery with Carly waiting nearby. Carly will eventually get updates on Sonny's prognosis, but will it be good or bad? There's a chance Sonny's procedure will go wrong, especially if Sidwell tries to sabotage it now that Natalia Ramirez has blabbed. It wouldn't take much for Sidwell to dig around and find out the surgery details. While Carly hears from Sonny's cardiologist, Christina will react to a shocker back in Port Charles. Will Alexis admit Ava Jerome's blackmail and reveal that it's happening because of Christina's reckless behavior? During the week of April 28, May 2, Trina Robinson will sizzle with Kai, so these two should hit the sheets and make some predictions regarding their future. Trina will remain worried about Kay's procedure, but their bond will remain intact. Lulu will also come clean to Dante about still being in love with him. Dante may not be all that surprised, since Maxie Jones told him Lulu wanted to confess her true feelings before her coma happened. While Dante reacts to Lulu's confession, Lucas Jones will deepen his connection with Marco despite any lingering Sidwell concerns. General Hospital spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some serious excitement, so stay tuned. Soaps. Com has the latest new General Hospital spoilers from Monday, April 21 to Friday, April 25. Carly takes betrayal to a new level when she turns her back on someone unexpected. Rick is hit with a warning, and something is wrong with Cody. And who, exactly, should worry when Nina decides it's time to stop playing by the rules? Find out what else is ahead below. Carly is downright insistent. And at the end of the day, who's going to tell her, of all people, no? When Sasha makes a confession, to whom will it be? Marco's got some explaining to do, and Lucas seems ready to hear what he has to say. Does the decision Jordan and Isaiah come to have anything to do with some of the other recent changes in her life? Sidwell pays a visit to Alexis. Might he be pleading son Marco's case? Trina has a lot on her mind, so she's glad to have Curtis as someone she can confide in. Oh dang, Carly's about to stab an ally in the back. Kai talks to Drew about his decision regarding the risky surgery. Does anyone not believe this surgery will be a disaster for Kai? Lucky is going to have a tough talk with Christina, whether she wants to hear what he has to say or not. Will Jason help Willow or be ruled by his longtime loyalty to Michael? It's almost hard to watch what's happening between Carly and Jason, who are once again at odds today. Tracy extends an offer. Dante and Lulu sit down to discuss issues related to their extended family. Rather than sit back, Laura stands up to defend herself. Drew has a reaction that completely catches Willow off guard. Having put it off as long as possible, Sonny prepares to have life-saving surgery. What's got Brooklyn feeling so alarmed? Danny definitely hasn't moved beyond his mom's tragic death, as is proven when he opens up to Jason about Sam. Molly draws a line in the sand with her dad. Cody needs medical attention. Carly is updated on Sonny's prognosis. Watch out, world, 'cause Nina is ready to play dirty. Brooklyn and Lulu are about to clash, big time. Christina gets one heck of a shock. Something is about to stand in Willow's way. General Hospital has made it pretty clear that it intends to officially reunite Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Weber, but the show has now thrown an almost insurmountable obstacle in their way. Even before Lucky arrived back in Port Charles late last summer, we knew it was coming, as his Liz dream in Jen Sidwell's African prison was a pretty heavy anvil being beaten over our heads. Although it's been slow going since then, things are speeding up with Lucky moving in with Elizabeth. The problem is, he is not the man she thinks he is, and we don't even understand what is going through his head. Lucky is keeping a massive secret he doesn't have to keep. When Elizabeth learns the truth, how can she even forgive him? Who is Christina Corinthos Davis to Lucky that he thinks he has to protect her from her own stupid and insane choices? She is his boss at a bar, and they barely knew one another before he returned to town, mainly because Christina was born when he was already an adult. Lucky's first instinct was to protect Christina after he first saw the crash and knew what she had done, but then became angry when he realized Elizabeth was one of his victims. When it was just Rick Lansing, what Christina did seemed to be okay with him. Then, for some unknown reason, Christina's whining convinced him not to say anything the next day. Elizabeth has learned to trust Lucky again and thinks he would never keep secrets from her or lie to her. But now he is protecting the woman who nearly got her killed. Rick is also keeping Christina's secret, but for his own selfish reasons, as he helps Ava extort money out of Alexis. However, Liz is used to this kind of behavior from Rick. She has also not fallen back in love with him as she has with Lucky. Too bad he is lying to her every day while protecting someone who doesn't deserve to be protected. How can Liz ever truly be with him again? General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 21, 2025 are here. In the next episode, fans can expect Jen Sidwell to confront Alexis Davis. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer and her ex, Sonny Corinthos, bond. Plus, Jason Morgan is outraged by what Sasha Gilmore Corbin has done. Keep reading and let's discuss what is coming up in the next episode of the ABC soap opera. Fans just watched as Marco Rio's connection to Sidwell was announced by Sonny. Marco made his case to Alexis, but she said she would need to talk it over with Diane Miller. Of course, with Sonny feeling the way he does, Diane will need to make a careful decision. At the same time, Diane has been vocal with Sonny in the past about it being her law firm and her decisions. I don't expect anything less from her this time. When Sidwell approaches Alexis, he gives her some advice. The villain declares that she would be a fool not to hire Marco. What will she end up deciding? Speaking of Marco, he tries to explain his situation Lucas Jones. Still, while Lucas can understand Marco not wanting everyone to know someone like Sidwell is his father, he does have an important question during General Hospital's April 21 episode. Lucas will ask if Marco knew who he was and that he lived in Port Charles when they met in Miami. What will Marco's response be? Across town, General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason confronts Sasha during Monday's show. Jason will demand to know where Sasha got that $250,000 from, and he seems very upset by it all. Sasha might try to stall or tell Jason it's none of his business, but he will press on. Eventually, Sasha will admit that Sidwell paid her to smooth things over with the Deception ladies. Over with Jordan Ashford, she is poised to take that job offer from Sidwell. Of course, it's a ruse, but Sidwell is a crafty and dangerous man. Isaiah Gannon has been worried from the beginning, but he also knows Jordan is fiercely independent. Jordan has already decided to take the job. Isaiah looks devastated when Jordan says someone needs to stop Sidwell, and she's in a position to do just that. It is also stated that they make a decision, so it sounds like they might split up. After all, Sidwell did warn Jordan that she would not get much of a personal life working for him. Fans can also expect Jocelyn Jax to question Emma Scorpio Drake. Joss will ask why Emma is always so angry with her. Joss is right as Emma keeps making all these rich girl digs. Some people might consider Emma a rich girl too, but moving on. It is also teased that Carly assures Sonny that it's perfect and it will work. Now that Sonny has opened up about his heart condition, will these two bond? She'll be by his side for his surgery. Plus, there seems to be some sparks between them during General Hospital's preview clip for Monday. Carly is dating Jack Brennan, but her history with Sonny proves a Carson reunion could be on the horizon. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on ABC to find out what is coming up next. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, April 21, reveal that Carly Spencer will have a cover story while Sasha Gilmore Corbin confesses to Jason Morgan. Jen Sidwell will also make a plea to Alexis Davis, so here's what GH fans can look forward to. For starters, Emma Scorpio Drake and Jocelyn Jax will have a heated confrontation. After Jocelyn asks why Emma is always so angry with her, Emma may lash out in response as this face-off gets even fiercer. Over with Jordan Ashford, she'll stand her ground with Isaiah Gannon. Jordan will argue that Sidwell needs to be stopped and add that she's in a position to do that. As a result, Jordan will maintain that her relationship with Isaiah has to end, at least for now. Isaiah and Jordan can hopefully continue their romance after Sidwell's takedown, but she'll think it's important to go all in on her undercover plot for the time being. At the Quartermaine mansion, Jason will continue his tense conversation with Sasha and demand to know if the money she received came from Sidwell. Sasha will come clean about her $250,000 deal and how she put in a good word for Sidwell at Deception, so she'll confirm what Jason already suspects. While Jason scolds Sasha for playing with fire, Sidwell will approach Alexis and make a pitch on Marco Rio's behalf. Although Alexis was blindsided over the news about Sidwell being Marco's father, Sidwell will contend that she'd be a fool not to hire him. Elsewhere, Lucas Jones will have a crucial question for Marco, one that could determine their romantic future. "Did you know who I was and that I lived in Port Charles?" Lucas asks in Monday's GH preview video. While Lucas tries to nail down how much Marco knew, and when he knew it, Carly will dig her heels in on traveling with Sonny Corinthos for his upcoming heart surgery. Although Sonny might make a prediction about it raising too many suspicions if his ex-wife comes along, Carly will come up with the perfect cover story and assure Sonny that it'll work. General Hospital spoilers say Sonny will appreciate Carly's support in the end, so stick with us for updates on what's ahead for these two. It's where you want to be for fantastic General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news, so make us your one-stop source. Amy informs Liz, who is reading on her couch, that it's time for her nap. Liz tells her that she is all napped out. Lucky tells Amy she's probably needed at the hospital and he can care for Liz. Amy agrees they are probably missing her. However, Liz is her most important patient, so she'll stay by her side until she's fully recovered. Liz sends a 911 help text to someone. Lucas soon arrives and learns Amy is being extra as usual. Liz tells Lucas that Amy is fraying Lucky's nerves. Aiden is never going to come home with her here, and she can't take another nap. Amy reappears from arguing with Lucky in Liz's makeshift bedroom on the first floor they set up. Lucas tells Amy that she's needed back at the hospital, and Liz thanks Amy for being a lifesaver. Amy asks who will take her place caring for Liz. Lucky says he'll do it. Lucky says if he needs help, he'll text Amy. Lucas adds that he'll be checking in constantly. Amy eventually leaves and Lucas exits too. Later, Lucky tells Liz how fortunate it was that Lucas showed up. Liz admits she texted him, knowing Amy would listen to him as she respects him as a doctor. She tells Lucky he doesn't have to hang around and care for her, but he insists he is all in. Liz tells him that if this is him feeling he has to make up for something, he doesn't. Lucky tells her that's not true, and they both know it. Laura holds a press conference on the Esplanade and its location. Curtis, Anna, Jordan, Drew, Ezra, and others are in attendance. Laura notes she and Congressman Kane disagree on the best location for it, and she approves of the original site suggested by Congressman Kane. Ezra, referring to Drew as Congressman Quartermain, argues with Laura over the funding, which Drew secured, saying he should have a say in the location. Laura reminds Ezra that those funds were frozen because of an environmental issue, and the new site would have to be seized by eminent domain from a private citizen. Laura says she is going to put this to a vote for the public to decide. Ezra blurts out that the public deserves to know who owns the property to be seized, and it's none other than their local mob boss, Sonny Corinthos. Laura says it's no secret who owns those piers, as it's a matter of public record. However, the forcible seizure of private property is not a matter she takes lightly, so the people should have their say. Ezra argues that those piers have been a blight on the city for years, and seizing the piers and giving them back to the citizens not only finds a home for the Esplanade, but also gets rid of a hotbed of crime. He thinks a vote wastes time and money, but Laura says this will impact every citizen. Ezra asks if she's worried about everyone, or Sonny, with whom she has a relationship. Laura says she and Sonny share family, so she's putting this decision to the voters so there are no allegations of bias. Ezra asks Jordan how she feels about this choice as the former police commissioner. Jordan says she has spoken to the mayor on this matter privately, and they disagree, so out of respect for the mayor, she resigns effective immediately. Jordan walks off, and Anna follows her. Anna asks why she's resigning, as she and Laura are a great team. Jordan says she has issues with Laura's closeness with Sonny, as it is causing their constituents to lose faith in them. Anna strongly opposes this decision, but Jordan's mind is made up. The press conference ends, and Curtis tells Laura he never thought his suggestion to put this up for a vote would blow up this way. Laura says Ezra was determined to turn this into a circus, and Jordan's resignation was completely out of the blue. However, she stands by her decision to put this to a vote. Drew interrupts and says he agrees with Laura's decision. He calls her vote a wise move as it takes the blame of seizing Sonny's property off her. Curtis says Sonny holds a lot of respect in this city, so it's not a done deal. Laura lashes out at Drew, saying that he has tainted this project, and he let his issues with his brother and Sonny become more important than the people he serves. She storms off. Later, Curtis and Anna discuss what just happened between Jordan and Laura. Anna says perhaps Jordan really did hit her breaking point in dealing with Sonny. Curtis knows from experience that when Jordan decides she's done, she's done. Anna also says Jordan isn't wrong about Sonny's ties to an elected official being problematic. Curtis notes it's still not like Jordan to resign publicly in a huff as she respects Laura. Anna wonders if something more is going on. Back in Drew's office, he and Ezra salivate over that press conference and Jordan's resignation. Drew says Laura's career is tanking and the rats are jumping ship. Drew also feels Laura putting this to a vote is going to show the people she is on Sonny's side, and this is Ezra's opportunity to run against her and take Laura out. Drew says if he does what he says, Ezra will be the new mayor and will continue to do everything he tells him to once in office. In Laura's office, Jordan arrives with her letter of resignation. Laura wasn't expecting it to go down this way, but Jordan says she needed her to be surprised when she sided against her. They wish each other luck, and Jordan heads out. Sidwell drops by the Quartermain mansion to visit Tracy and feels they have a lot in common. She states they have nothing in common, but Sidwell says they share a common thorn in their side, Sonny Cortinfos. She tells him to speak. Sidwell says he is happy to supply deception with Zinsight and enjoys working with the ladies, but he does not feel comfortable working with a company that Sonny is involved in. As the major shareholder, she can get rid of him. Tracy says she never wanted Sonny involved, but her partners did. Plus, they've already struck a deal for his insight. He notes deals can be changed and renegotiated, which Tracy takes as he'll increase the price of his insight. He believes she can force the others to push Sonny out, but points out she doesn't trust him any more than Sonny. He feels sure that she'll realize working with him outweighs working with Sonny and sees himself out. Later, after hearing about the press conference, Sidwell calls Jordan. He is impressed by her resignation and her standing up for her ideals. He suggests they meet to talk about her future. Diane, along with Marco, arrives at Sonny's place. Jason answers the door and lets them in. She introduces Marco Rios, their new partner, to Sonny and Jason. Sonny wonders why Marco isn't using his father's last name, Sidwell. Marco acknowledges that Sidwell is his father, but they don't share a last name. Diane is stunned he never mentioned this, but he says he didn't know he had to disclose who his parents are in his job interview. Diane dismisses Marco, as she needs to speak to her client. He leaves, and Diane swears to Sonny that she had no idea who Marco's parents were and that she will terminate him immediately. Sonny has a better idea. Sonny is sure Sidwell knows Diane is his attorney, and so he put Marco up to this. Jason agrees, and Sonny asks Jason, as another one of Diane's clients, to have a chat with Marco. Diane apologizes to Sonny again, but he tells her this is not her fault and that knowledge is power. Sonny explains he asked her to come here regarding a vote he's been warned is coming up. Diane gets a text about Laura's press conference and sees the vote is about him and his peers. Sonny asks Diane to put together a team and fight this, but Diane says it would be a waste of money as you can't fight City Hall. Sonny says this is not about politics. This is about Drew coming after him and Jason as he got his feelings hurt. Diane agrees, but if the people of Port Charles vote to seize his piers, there is nothing that can be done. Sonny says his business requires owning those piers. Diane says he may have to find a new way to do business. Diane warns Sonny that he likely won't win this in the courtroom, so he has to convince the people to get behind him. He's been a generous benefactor to the city anonymously for years, and that has to stop. She tells him to step out of the shadows and fight this head-on. Sonny thinks that would be a huge risk to him and open him up to scrutiny. Diane tells him this isn't a referendum on his peers, but on him and his character. Marco arrives at Diane's office, believing Diane wanted to see him. He finds Jason there, who reveals he summoned him as he has questions, given that Diane is his lawyer. Jason believes his father ordered him to come to Port Charles and apply to work for Diane, but Marco says his father doesn't make his decisions. He came here on his own, applied to 4 different firms, and got offers from 3. Jason finds it unlikely that Sidwell showed up the week Sonny's apartment was bombed, and now he appears, a second coincidence involving Sidwell. Jason warns Marco he'll be watching him, and if Sidwell makes any moves against him or Sonny, he'll stop him. Lucas knocks on the door and walks in, and realizes he's interrupted something. Lucas asks what is going on. Jason says he was trying to get a straight answer from his friend, but it's not happening. Maybe Lucas will have better luck. On the next General Hospital, a party is happening at the Quartermain mansion. Lulu asks Olivia and Sonny, "Where is the birthday boy?" Felicia tells Maxie this could be a good thing for her family. On a horse, Cody asks someone, "Anything I can do for ya?" Curtis informs Jordan, "My understanding comes with a price." Chase asks Brooklyn if she feels the same way. Lucas asks Carly if Jason is gunning for Marco. Marco asks Alexis if they are rescinding the job offer. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.